I found the angriest guy in the entire planet, and it's this guy right here. Now, we all have regular blood types, right? We have blood type A, AB, B, and O. And this guy's blood type is GTFO, for get the fuck out. Apparently, this guy ended up getting into an argument with his girlfriend over him criticizing her driving skills. And the guy that's currently rage quitting is the boyfriend of the person who is filming, which is the girlfriend, Marissa Daytona. The way this guy gets mad, you would have thought that he was having some sort of minor disagreement with his girlfriend on whether it's wabbit season or duck season. Not even a Snickers bar can satisfy him. And in comparison, he makes the Incredible Hulk look like a crybaby. Let's play doctor and let's take a look to see if he has a splinter on his foot.
Get in! I don't have your keys. You just grabbed Marissa. Get in the car. I don't feel safe with the car. Get in!
All right, as you guys can see, he's yelling at the top of his lungs. And sometimes he'll calm down and then he'll go back to the top of his lungs and yell some more. Not to mention the way he acts, it's almost as if he's being challenged for an alpha position. And I think the reason why he's convulsing in that manner is because it's been a couple of days since he's actually raged. You see, he has a particular body type where if he doesn't rage for a couple of days, he starts to experience withdrawal symptoms.
Why are you doing this?
I don't feel safe with you driving.
We're in the fucking freeway.
Give me my keys.
Get in, Marissa. I swear to God, I'm gonna take your car.
We're in the freeway, my dude. I don't know about any of you guys, but the freeway is where most accidents happen. And I'm not talking about babies. I'm talking about real collisions where if you go online and you take a look at some of these dash cams, a lot of times it's cars doing kickflips.
Give me my key, I'm calling the cops. Give me the key, I'm calling the cops. Stop! Give me my key. No.
Basically, he almost took half your body. The rage must have been blinding because he didn't even, I don't even know if he realized, but he accelerated, almost running over her foot. And luckily, he didn't run over your foot because you probably would have needed a new shoe size. Now she's gonna tell us her story. And by the way, spoilers, she actually survives. And don't be mad at me, okay? Because, I mean, she's the one telling the story. She's in the video. Obviously, she survived. I'm just saying, if you guys were expecting one of the characters to be killed off, hey, that's not one of these stories, man.
Basically, he was driving at first because I didn't feel like driving. I didn't feel like dealing with the argument because he would always just criticize everything I did. And I didn't have the energy for it that day because he was already upset because I was gonna go home to visit my family. So he was just driving reckless, like tailgating, just nonsense, not respecting my vehicle that I paid for, that I've had since before I ever met him. So then we switched and I was driving, and as I was driving, he was yanking the steering wheel. He was hitting me, choking me. He was telling me if I wanted to die and this and that.
He was asking if you wanted to die. At least during a dire situation, his manners were intact. You know how many people are out there that commit murder and don't even ask them if they want to die? That's just crazy.
And yeah, it just kept like escalating, and I didn't want to put myself at risk and continue driving, or other people either, because he was just having a mental breakdown.
By the way, I do want to go ahead and say that that was smart of her not to get into the car with her boyfriend. Obviously, you don't want to hurt anyone else. So I thought that was pretty incredibly thoughtful of you. However, here's the thing, okay? I don't really know the story like that. So I'm going to go ahead and let the authorities handle that one, because obviously she's just providing her side of the story and I don't really know the details. I mean, if you want to go ahead and relate with her, by all means, go for it. Don't let me stop you.
I know there's going to be comments that are like, oh, why'd you stay? Like, you're dumb, this and that. You don't really understand until you're in that predicament. So I hope that none of y'all do feel that who don't understand it and are being disrespectful about the situation.
Now, there's some people out there that are stating that she's sponsored by Bad Choices. And in this particular comment here, the name of this account is Egypt. She goes on to state, if it was your car, why would you switch seats for him to drive? You should have left him on the side of the road instead of letting him drive. She comments back, you know, there's a video explaining what happened. Egypt had to reply with, how you think I made that assessment? I saw the video, duh. It's not victim blaming. It's called common sense on what to do in this situation. What makes you think I haven't been in an abuse relationship? You don't give them access, like driving your car. Leave their ass on the road like I did. Damn, man. I don't want to ever be your boyfriend. And of course, Marissa replies with, maybe you should have common sense to learn the backstory and not speak on situations that you clearly haven't been in. So obviously there's different manners as to how to handle the situation. Here's the thing, okay? I don't understand the situation, okay? People are gonna handle it in different ways. Just because I have a certain way that I would handle that situation doesn't mean that she has to do it the way I do it. Now, aside from that comment, one thing that completely makes me rage, like the boyfriend at the beginning, is that people think that they understand the situation or the details just by empirically observing the situation or the video. They start to analyze the clothing wear, the environment, items present in the video. Like, my dude, no, okay? Nobody has that ability. And the thing is that she told her story, and even I can't make an assessment off of it because I don't know. I wasn't there. Even police too, but I would say that police are a little more qualified than us to go ahead and investigate the situation. Unless you're running some sort of like wall hack or aimbot or any other tool assistant hack, then honestly, you really don't know what's going on in the situation. And it's best to just kind of distance yourself from the situation because yeah, you can relate to it, but at the end of the day, you really don't know these people. And so it's best just to kind of just distance yourself because you don't know if she's lying, but at the same time, we don't know if she's telling the truth either. So don't think for a second that you have the ability to secure an accurate analysis of the situation because you're not trained to think about situations like this objectively. So with that being said, what a fascinating ending to a story arc. And honestly, I have to be honest with you guys, I cried of laughter when I saw the arch nemesis rampaging in his car. Dude, you can straight out tell this guy has a really high score in Angry Birds. That's the only game he can relate to. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys. And yeah, man, hopefully you guys learned something today.